fasten your seatbelts for an epic Spider-Man video flip. Hi Spidey fans, it's your friendly neighbourhood, the ultimate Spider-Man fan here, and right, the way this video is going to work out, as you can tell by the title, going to see Spider-Man Far From Home and reviewing it. I'm making this bit of videos here of me going in the car, and then I'm going to say some other things here, and then the next bit of footage is going to be after I've seen the movie, just to say if it was good, great, amazing or spectacular. I'd go for the fourth option, probably, from the look of the trailers, because I did say to you that I would probably wait until the end of the year to see this, but with all these trailers, the hype and excitement just got me so tensed up, I couldn't resist it. So, I'm on my way. So, I guess I'll see all you Spy fans in another 2 hours, but in 1 second of the video, so... Oh yeah, and I'm in this as well, as you can see. Yeah, I'm real ready for this. So, I'll see all you Spy fans in about maybe 1 second, so... See you Spy fans in 2 seconds. Hi Spy fans, that's me. So, yeah, I'm just coming out of the cinema there, and all I can say is... I'll do the full review when I get back to my house, in my room, but all I can say is, this movie, without a doubt, not good, not great, not amazing, spectacular, phenomenal, insane, and literally sensational. Best Spider-Man movie ever that I've ever seen, without a doubt. I'll see you all in 1 wee second. And here I am, Spidey fans, back in my room. Right. Oh boy, where do I start with this? Right, so as you just seen the outside parts. Right, first I'm going to start from the beginning of the day, because of the fact, from when I went over there, because I didn't film any of this, but first of all I will say this movie's, in my opinion, it's the best movie we've ever gotten of Spider-Man, and that's my opinion. But first of all, before I get into this, right, I'm going to tell you a wee joke here, right? Whenever me and my uncle went into the cinema itself, to the ticket booth, oh my god, it was so hilarious, because I went in my suit, as you clearly seen. Like, when we went to the ticket booth, right, whenever the woman who served us came on, my uncle says to her, I don't think you need to know what we're after. He's telling, I think you can clearly see what he's after. That was literally so funny. Literally, they all knew what I was after because I was dressed up as this. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So, right. So basically, this movie clearly, let's see, right. So it's obviously after the events of Avengers Endgame, which I wanted to see that first, but Spider-Man's my main one, so I just couldn't help it. Now I could be wrong here, but basically, judging from the movie, in my opinion, a wee tiny wee bit, Peter Parker and Spider-Man's worlds collided, but a wee tiny wee bit. Now, what I mean by that is Peter's relationship with MJ, which, by the way, is not Mary Jane, because a lot of people are actually getting mixed up with that. It's actually Michelle Jones, just so you know, because I think I said that for Homecoming. And, and talk about that, Homecoming, this one literally does make that look like crap. I mean, like, Homecoming was good. Not great. Well, okay, it was, I'll just say good. It was really good. It wasn't great. And, I will say that, so basically, Peter is still emotional over Tony Stark, Iron Man's death in Endgame. And he's having a wee bit of, PTSD. Like, he's having some sort of, I don't even know, like mood swings, I'd say, because it started off with them arranging. It started off with Peter talking about how he's going to talk to MJ on their trip. They were talking about the trip. So Peter it's about this trip to Europe, and basically later on, Mysterio is revealed in the Hydro Man attack. Then basically Nick Fury gets a hold of Peter, obviously, takes him and introduces him to Mysterio, and then there are these elemental creatures from the other dimensions have we get introduced to those. Mysterio tells Peter about that and all, and then so basically Peter then gets a wee bit down because of the fact that sorry, this is spoilers alert. Sorry, Peter basically feels a wee bit down because of the fact that like Peter's whole summer is sort of ruined by this because of the fact he wanted to tell MJ how he feels about her, but yeah, he's not able to because Nick Fury gets a hold of him, and then all this kicks off. So I will say that basically so after a while Peter has to step up and start help has to team up with Mysterio to beat these things. So let's see. Now I will say the CGI and this is really good. I will say that some parts of this movie, actually, I was actually really amazed by how good the CGI was with Mysterio's illusions. Now I am going to say something here before. Wait a minute. What if I should actually say this bit first? Well, Mysterio's illusions, the CGI is literally phenomenal in my opinion. To with those illusions, because like it's the most like and there's one scene, I'm not gonna say what it is, but there's one Mysterio illusion scene that is the most comic accurate CGI scene in movie history to me. It's the most comic accurate scene. But I will say that basically Mysterio, like I said to you before in a lot of my Spider-Man Far From Home talking videos, that I knew what was going to happen in Spider-Man Far From Home because Tom Holland accidentally spoiled the whole thing before Christmas time in Brazil. And I will say, I've actually spoke to my Spidey Ricky on this, I think a few days ago. I didn't say anything. But after, all I can say is I was right basic. Okay, I'll have to put spoilers in this then. Okay, right. Okay, basically, going on to spoilers now. Sorry if I mucked a wee bit up, but I'm trying to say as best I can, because I do remember it all. Basically, the elemental creatures are not real. They're illusions created by Mysterio, but with using... Basically, in this movie, Quentin Beck Mysterio worked for Tony Stark, Iron Man, and he was fired by him, and Stark used his technology because it showed, like, there's a sequence in this movie which you see a scene from Captain America Civil War with Iron Man and his parents on the stage. I did watch the beginning of it. If you watch the opening of Captain America Civil War, the first Tony Stark scene, you'll know what I mean. Basically, Quentin Beck, it was probably CGI to put Beck in it, but Quentin Beck, Mysterio, was actually Tony Stark's employee or something, and then Tony Stark fired him. And then basically now I will say that the illusions, it's not exactly what I did love them. I did love the scenes. The illusions were fantastic, phenomenal. But I will say that I didn't really. It was a huge change from the comics that Mysterio was actually using Stark tech drones to create the illusions, whereas in the comics it's more likely just it's just basically he's able to create illusions using his own equipment. It's hard to explain, but I find it weird how he was using Stark's tech to create all this instead of his own stuff like he does in the comics is what I'm talking about. But I will say that basically I said back in 2017 that Spider-Man Homecoming was more like a learning movie for Peter, only because he was learning how to use his powers and his new suit and his new gadgets made by Stark. This movie was sort of a learning movie too, but only because of the fact that Peter was learning how to use his spider sense, or weirdly as I actually heard, it was actually called the Peter Tingle. in this one, which I found pretty weird. I even saw tweets on Twitter saying all that, and I thought it was actually all fake. But apparently, Peter's spider sense in this series is the Peter tingle. Okay, that was weird in a wee way. And plus, I will say that basically, let's see, what was I going to go there? Yeah, apparently Peter being the new Iron Man. Oh, I will say that there was a scene in this where Happy Hogan and Peter were talking heart to heart about Iron Man. Happy Hogan assured Peter that he's not Iron Man and he never will be. But I will admit, like in a way, I do think Peter is in the Iron Man, to be honest, because he's using all of Stark's equipment to create new suits. I mean, like, yeah, as you can see from the trailer, there's 4 suits. So, right, you start off with the Iron Spider. Then you get to see the Homecoming Stark one. And I will say, in one illusion scene, you get the homemade one back, but it's only for one sequence. For a few seconds, to be honest. Let's see. You get you've got the Spider Noir, the Shield stealth suit, which Peter gets given to him by, spoilers, a woman. And I will say the scene where he gets that is it's awkwardly funny. And I will say that there's I will admit, there's one character in this that did actually annoy me because of the way he was actually getting on with Peter. Besides the fact that Peter was trying to ask MJ out, Michelle Jones out, this other guy, Brad Davis, was also after MJ, and he took in the scene where Peter gets the stealth suit, he's with a blonde woman who's a bit taller than him, and he takes his trousers off at the same time as Brad Davis comes in, and he obviously takes it the wrong way. And to make matters even worse, he takes a picture of it on his phone and then threatens to go and show the girl that Peter likes that he's clearly after someone else. I tell you, the Brad Davis scenes in this really actually got me annoyed a wee bit because I felt sorry for Peter. I tell you, literally, he was trying to take Michelle Jones for himself and said, "You're no good." Basically, in other words, I'm better with her. You're useless towards her. Oh, I hated that. But yeah. So the reason now, I will say that he gets this right. He obviously has the Infinity War suit from Avengers, Stark suit from Homecoming. The Noir suit is made for him because he doesn't want to be seen in the Spider-Man suit in Europe or on his trip. So after that, let's just say he stops wearing it. Let's just say that, because it's after a fight with Mysterio, he actually he stops wearing it. Well, oh boy, it's actually complicated. Let's just put it this way: he loses it somehow. He loses the stealth suit in a wee way. So then that leads to the big finale, the big final battle, which Peter creates the suit in memory of Steve Ditko, the black and red one of my favourite ones from this movie. Now, I also will say that Iron Man is actually attributed a lot in this movie and spoke about a lot, and I'm not joking. There's a wee reference to Iron Man 1. There's a lot of talk about him. Well, that was pretty obvious if Peter's still dealing with the loss, and plus he's going to become the new Iron Man, possibly. But I will say that this this movie's pretty emotional in a wee way with talking about Tony Stark a lot. And I will say that as for Stan Lee, there is no Stan Lee cameo in this. I know that a lot of you would have probably already known that, but there's no Stan Lee cameo in this. But there is a tribute to him at the end. Not a video clip. It's just a wee bit of writing on the screen, but at least it's something. All of it, this movie, my rating, in my opinion, it was the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Because, like, oh, and as for the romance between Peter, right, I did say to you, like, I heard before going to see this movie, there's one romance in it. There's actually two romances there's actually two romances throughout the movie. Peter and Michelle Jones, and and Ned Leeds and Betty Brant. Those two actually are together as well in the movie. So like, I don't think there's anything else I need to say. No, that's actually that's all I can say. But yeah, no, the only thing is, I will say that Tom Holland's contract is up, I think, after this movie. So I'm not, like, to me, Spider-Man, like, I know that Tom Holland was contracted for 3 solo movies, but to me this is the third one. Because, like, Captain America Civil War, that was when it was first introduced, and to me that wasn't the Avengers movies. Or if it was, sorry, but basically Spider-Man 1 was Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man 2, Homecoming, and Spider-Man 3, Far From Home. If I'm wrong, cool. But, oh yes, and, well, I'll finish that sentence first, but, yeah, if I'm wrong, cool. Happy days, get to see him again. And with oh, hang on a minute, I left a wee bit out, sorry, unless I did say this, sorry. Basically, the way that Peter, like, the way I said about the learning part, in Homecoming, he was learning how to use his powers in his new suit. In this one, he's actually learning how to use his spider sense. Sorry, I did say that bit, but I didn't say this bit. Sorry, Spy fans. He's basically learning how to use his spider sense at some parts of this, and I will say in the final battle, whenever he learns how to use his spider sense properly, I tell you, the acrobatics he uses to dodge those, sorry, I did spoil this, to dodge Mysterio's drone illusions, whoa. Literally, like, you know the way in the comics that he would, like, flex his body, like, twist, flip, and snap himself, but, well, you know what I mean, like, really, really dodge it. Like, there was some badass dodging and action in this, in the grand final, in the grand final battle. Like, whenever he started using his spider sense, he was able to, like, all the drones were chasing after him, in the way I seen it. And I'm not being funny, like, a lot of, like, he was moving that fast, and the drones were moving that fast, from my eyes, that they were actually going too fast and smacking into each other and blowing each other up. That's what I seen. Let's see what else. But yeah, and I will say there's a scene whenever Peter actually gets into Mysterio, who's actually in the London Bridge, doing all this after you work out it's all an illusion and it's not real. Basically, whenever Peter gets in there, there's a sequence in there, in the final fight, that actually it does get me thinking. Maybe some of you Spy fans will disagree with this, but it's given me a new method, about a new theory about Spider-Man, right? Whenever he goes into one of the illusions, he shuts his eyes and lets his spider sense do the work, and he's able to take out the drones that are guarding back Mysterio with his eyes shut. In my opinion, if he learns to use that spider sense properly in the future, maybe, in my opinion, it would be far better for him to actually shut his eyes in every fight, because his spider sense will tell him what to do, like it did in this. Now, as for what I've said to you in the trailers about Spider-Man being put for the face of Marvel after Iron Man, I actually do believe they still should, instead of Captain Marvel, because if he actually learns to use his spider sense properly, he actually would make everyone else look crap. Because like the last fight, after he starts using his spider sense to dodge and all, like, he totally is unstoppable, technically. But other than that, overall, Spy-Fans, my rating out of this, out of 10. Oh. And the acting was great. The acting was good too. I'm gonna give this a rating of maybe. Oh yeah, and the comedy was really good too. I actually did laugh at some points. It was really good, funny moments. If you like Homecoming, with the comedy, in this, better comedy and more comedy. It's a must watch. And yeah, and stay for the after credit scenes as well. Cause what you will see, I'm not gonna spoil that bit, but what you will see will blow your minds, and I'm not being funny. Like, I was like, are you literally? Oh my god! I was like that in the cinema. But yeah, sorry for creeping on. Saying I'll give it a rating and then changing the subject. I'm just trying to stay as much as I can. So my rating for this, overall, I actually would maybe say, I'm gonna say a 9 out of 10. My rating, just best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. No joke. But yeah, other than that, Spy-Fans, thanks for watching. Comment below what you think of it. And I will see all you Spy-Fans as always in all of my next epic spy videos. It's your friendly neighbourhood, the Iron Spider. Over and out. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.